There's one thing silently damaging your heart after 60, and most cardiologists never warn you about it directly. And it's not alone. There are 7 quiet warning signs your heart sends after 60 that nobody talks about. And the third one is the one most people miss until it's too late. According to the American Heart Association, nearly 1 in 4 adults over 65 has some form of heart disease, yet over 45% of heart attacks in this age group are completely silent. They happen, and the person doesn't even know. Here's what makes this so dangerous. Your heart, after decades of work, starts sending different signals than the textbook clutch your chest ones doctors teach. Subtle, easy to dismiss, easy to blame on aging, but every one of them is your body asking for help. Today we're walking through 7 of these signs, in plain English, with the research behind each one. Some you'll recognize, others might shock you, and by the end, you'll know what one Mayo Clinic study found can cut your risk of a missed heart event by nearly half, if you catch them early. Quick note before we start, this is for educational purposes only, not medical advice. Every claim today comes from named sources you'll find in the description. Always talk to your doctor before changing anything about your health. If this turns out to be useful for you, hit that subscribe button. We cover one of these every week, all research-backed. Now, let's get to sign 1. Sign 1. Getting winded doing things that never used to wind you. This is one of the earliest signs of what cardiologists call heart failure, a misleading name because your heart hasn't failed, it's just gotten weaker. When the heart can't pump as efficiently as it used to, less oxygen reaches your muscles. So, routine activities, walking to the mailbox, climbing 1 flight of stairs, carrying groceries from the car, suddenly leave you breathing harder than they should. You'll notice it as a slight pause. Maybe you stop to catch your breath halfway up the stairs. Maybe you find yourself sitting down after small chores. The American Heart Association reports that over 6 million Americans live with this, and it's most common in adults over 65. The trap is that most people blame age. I'm just out of shape. I'm 67, what do I expect? That's almost always wrong. A healthy heart at 67 should let you walk briskly, hold a conversation, and not gasp at the top of 1 flight. If you can't comfortably do something you could do 6 months ago, that's a real signal. Mention it at your next visit, and ask for a simple BNP blood test. Now this next sign hides in your shoes. Sign 2. Ankles that swell and stay swollen. When the right side of your heart weakens, and after 60 this becomes more common, blood can't move efficiently back to the heart. So fluid backs up in your veins and eventually leaks into the tissues of your feet, ankles, and lower legs. This is called peripheral edema, and the Cleveland Clinic estimates around half of heart failure patients experience it before any chest symptoms appear. You'll notice it at the end of the day. Your shoes feel tighter than they did this morning. When you take your socks off, the elastic leaves a deep indentation. Press your thumb gently on top of your foot. If a dent stays for a few seconds, that's pitting edema, and it deserves attention. Most people blame standing too long, salty dinners, the weather. Sometimes those are the cause. But when the swelling lasts more than 2 or 3 days, or comes back every evening, your heart, not your day, is what to look at. And now to sign 3, the one that hides in plain sight, the one that strikes silently. Sign 3, and this is the dangerous one, the silent heart attack. A silent heart attack is exactly what it sounds like. The blockage happens, the heart muscle is damaged, but the person never feels the dramatic chest clutch you see in movies. According to Harvard Health and Mayo Clinic, nearly 45 to 50% of all heart attacks are silent, and adults over 60 are the most affected, because aging dulls the chest pain receptors that would normally sound the alarm. What does it feel like instead? Mild discomfort in the chest, dismissed as indigestion. Pain in the jaw, the upper back, or the left shoulder. Sudden, unexplained fatigue that lasts hours. A wave of nausea or cold sweat. Each one, alone, mild, easy to ignore. Most people reach for antacids, sleep it off, blame a bad meal. The Mayo Clinic finding is sobering. People who have a silent heart attack are 3 times more likely to die from a second one within 10 years, because the damage went untreated. If you ever feel any of these for more than 15 minutes, go to the ER. Not the doctor's office, the ER. Now, before we get to the next signs, we're past the halfway point, and the next 4 signs are the ones that creep up slowest. Sign 5 catches people in their sleep, and sign 7 raises stroke risk 5-fold, so stay with me. Sign 4. A new, heavy kind of tired. This isn't normal tiredness. When the heart can't pump enough blood to the muscles, your body essentially runs on a lower fuel supply. So you do the same activity you've always done: gardening, walking the dog, an afternoon errand, and afterward you feel disproportionately wiped out. You'll find yourself sitting down halfway through tasks. You'll need a longer nap, or one when you never took naps before. Studies tracking adults over 65 have found that unexplained fatigue is one of the most commonly reported pre-event symptoms, often weeks before a major cardiac event. It's easy to blame old age, to say you didn't sleep well, to say it's the weather, but your body has a baseline, and a new, unexplained drop in stamina is worth taking seriously. Now this next one, most people sleep right through it. Sign 5. A cough or wheeze that shows up at night and only at night. Here's what's happening. During the day, when you're upright, fluid pools in your legs because of gravity. But the moment you lie flat in bed, that fluid redistributes, and a portion goes to your lungs. If your heart isn't pumping efficiently, your lungs respond with what cardiologists call pulmonary congestion. You cough, you wheeze, you might wake up gasping. The classic version is called paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, a long phrase for waking up suddenly short of breath, 2 or 3 hours after falling asleep. The Cleveland Clinic notes this affects up to a third of heart failure patients. Sitting up usually relieves it within a few minutes. Almost everyone blames allergies, or post-nasal drip, or the dry air. But if your nighttime cough doesn't respond to OTC remedies and gets worse when you lie flat, that's a heart sign, not a lung one. Now, sign 6. Sign 6. Lightheadedness when you stand up. When you go from sitting to standing, your heart and blood vessels need to compensate fast to maintain blood pressure. A young, healthy heart does this without you noticing. After 60, especially when there's underlying heart strain, that adjustment slows. And for a few seconds, blood flow to the brain dips. That's the dizziness. The American Heart Association reports orthostatic hypotension affects roughly 18% of adults over 65, and it doubles the long-term risk of cardiovascular events. The room sways. Vision spots out. You grab the back of the chair. It usually passes in 5 to 10 seconds. But notice it. How often, how severe, whether you've ever come close to falling. Most people brush it off. Got up too fast. Need to drink more water. Sometimes those are the cause. But if it happens daily or worsens, it's a heart rhythm or blood pressure regulation issue, and your doctor needs to know. Now the last one. Sign 7. And this is the one with the highest stake. A heartbeat that races, flutters, or feels irregular for no reason. After 60, the electrical wiring of the heart starts to fray. The most common result is atrial fibrillation, AFib, where the upper chambers of the heart quiver instead of pumping. According to the American Heart Association, AFib affects 1 in 11 adults over 65, and the prevalence doubles after age 75. And here's the part most people don't know. AFib raises your stroke risk by 5 times. What does it feel like? Your heart might suddenly race for no reason while you're sitting still. You might feel a skipped beat, a flutter in your chest, or a wave of breathlessness with no exertion. Some people feel nothing and only find it on a doctor's reading. Stress, coffee, tiredness. Those are the usual blame targets. But when these episodes happen out of nowhere, recur, or last more than 30 seconds, get an ECG. They're often the only warning before a stroke. So those are the 7. To recap, shortness of breath that's new, swollen ankles that won't go down, mild chest or jaw discomfort dismissed as indigestion, a new and heavy kind of tired, nighttime cough, lightheadedness on standing, and an irregular heartbeat. Any one of these, especially if it's new and persistent, is worth a conversation with your doctor. Your heart has been keeping you alive for 60, 70, maybe 80 years. The least we can do is listen when it sends a signal. Take care of it. It's the only one you get. If this was helpful, the video right here covers sleeping positions and how they affect your heart. Most people are doing this wrong. Take a look, and I'll see you in the next one.